Today, Adam and I would like to talk about how to establish norms, rules, and procedures in the classroom. Establishing these is a key part of effective classroom management. Firstly, let's just quickly explain the key terminology. Norms are agreed upon expectations for all students and teachers. Rules are very general expectations regarding student behavior, whereas procedures are the specific routines and actions that will help students realize the rules. Research shows us that the best time to establish your classroom rules and behavior you expect is on the very first day. However, before the first day, teachers should think about their expectations for how students will behave during different types of classroom activities, such as individual, group work, or teacher-led instruction. These expectations will help teachers design the rules and procedures. So let's talk about establishing rules. As I mentioned, rules and procedures should be established on the very first day. It is better to have only a few rules, and these should be written positively. For example, students in an international context could have a rule to use English in the classroom, rather than a rule that says, "Don't speak your native language." Teachers should also justify these rules and explain why they're necessary to ensure a productive learning environment. This is especially true for older learners who might resent having too many rules if they don't understand their purpose. Once you have rules, the next step is to design procedures that clearly explain the behaviors that match the rule. For example, a rule that says, "show respect," might have procedures that establish the specific ways a student can do this, such as by making eye contact with the speaker, or not speaking when someone else is speaking. One option for designing these classroom rules and procedures is to get student input by making it a class activity in the first few lessons. The benefit of this is it will increase student ownership over the rules and therefore increase adherence. However, the downside is it can be quite time consuming. Perhaps to strike a balance, teachers could design rules based on their expectations and then introduce the rules to the class using a graphic organizer such as a T-chart. For example, using our earlier rule of showing respect, the teacher writes down these rules and then students can brainstorm how respect can be shown based on their own opinions. Now we would like to show you some examples of the classroom rules and procedures Adam and I have used in our classrooms. Firstly, Adam's main rules for his classes include: be prepared for class when the bell rings, pay attention and be respectful during class, and participate in classroom conversations, but only speak when no one else is speaking. Many of Andrew's main rules are quite similar, and also emphasizing showing respect by raising hands and actively listening to teachers or peers. Also, being prepared, which includes having the correct materials, and being ready when the bell rings. And lastly, using as much English as possible. Once the rules and procedures have been designed and established, they need to be practiced and drilled so they become automatic for the students. Rules also need regular reinforcement, which can be positive, such as when a teacher commends a correct procedure, or negative, when a teacher corrects a wrong procedure. Enforcement should be consistent so that students know that rules are serious and always applicable. Teachers should not worry about using too much class time establishing rules and procedures, as this initial investment will help your classroom run smoothly and reduce wasted time in the future, and therefore allow even more time for learning. Thank you.